welcome back or welcome for the first time to our channel. I'm C.
I'm D.
And so today we'll be talking about our personal experiences with getting licensed for real estate. I'm licensed in North Carolina and South Carolina, and D is licensed in North Carolina. So we just want to tell you a little bit about our experience and, what we had to deal with the whole process. So D, what's your thoughts about that? Like so far, like just thinking from then until now, would you have done anything differently? Like what's your whole, takeaway from it? What you think?
Honestly, could say I don't think I would have done anything differently. We literally studied our tails off. Like the only thing I think I would have done differently would be to change my mind state about it, to just kind of be more confident in the fact that I was getting the information.
Yeah.
Because the state portion I failed. You remember
Yeah,
it was the state and
the state and the national. I think because we were opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I failed the.
Was it the national first?
Yeah, I failed the national first and passed the state. And then you were the opposite.
So I failed the state, and I just feel like it was not even a lot that I missed it by. But had I been more confident, I think I would have passed it. But it only took us one more try.
Right, exactly.
To get it done. So
yeah, because I remember I called Dad. I was talking to Dad. What? It's usually the other way around. People usually pass the state and fail the national, but yeah, I was the opposite.
And everybody says that, the state, that's the hardest. And I feel like I let that get to me.
You think so?
I do.
I don't know. It was all just too much.
It was a lot.
Because it was during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And
so we had the time, but you were still working, weren't you?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still working, so it was a lot. But that's the thing, we made the time to study and do what we needed to do to get it taken care of. But it was a lot. But thanks to what was his name? The dude on the guy that
What was his name?
Travis Everett.
Travis Everett.
Yes, he was awesome. Check him
Amazing.
out on YouTube if you're studying to get your license. He is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend.
Definitely.
He got I think he got me through.
He did.
Yeah.
Literally going to sleep to his voice. Now his voice is it's the distinct voice. Okay, so imagine
but
hearing
it
it all.
awesome. His detail, his examples.
Mm-hmm.
He made sure that we understood the concept. Not what I'm saying. So because a lot of times you want to study vocabulary, but if you can't apply the vocabulary to certain situations, it's kind of it ain't gonna work.
Right.
But yeah, so I think that was really beneficial. But yeah, just making the time to study, that was important. But all in all, it was a good experience. We were checking out different people online to just see different brokerages, how they were working. EXP.
That's what we were allured by.
Yeah, EXP.
At first.
Yeah, but
and that's definitely a preference thing, but I guess just learning. Because in real estate, the common misconception is that you're going to go through real estate school and you're going to know how to practice real estate. And you're not going to know how to practice real estate once you leave the class.
Not at all.
It's literally terminology. It's literally learning the laws.
Right.
And that's really it. Getting a brief overview of terminology. But when it comes to how to do the documentation, how to get out there, because it's mainly sales. You're going out to sell, and
right.
I mean, they don't even teach you that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have a previous background in sales, then it's also learning those things as well.
How to sell.
Yeah.
How to sell. So yeah, that's really important. But I mean, I'm just trying to think about like those. We used to go through the book. We used to take those quizzes, read and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was yo.
And we were study partners, so we did the entire thing together. It wasn't like she was at home and I was at home.
Yeah, we were together, same space,
same space all the time. And if not, we were on Zoom.
Yep.
doing it. Dre had started with us, and then he was like, "Nah,
Nah, bro.
I can't do
This ain't my thing."
He was like, "I'm not doing it." Because
Yeah.
it just requires so much work. It requires so much thought. My whole bedroom wall was filled with sticky notes.
Yeah, and then I hopped on that train too.
Yeah, everything, sticky
Yeah.
notes everywhere, just so you can remember all of the terminology.
Like it was a lot. It was emotionally, mentally, it was a lot. Several crying sessions. Like, yo, like,
I don't know how to do this.
Oh no.
And they say North Carolina is actually one of the most difficult states to actually get your license
Yeah.
in. So, I mean, it may not be, like, if you're watching from somewhere else, it may not be that bad in those states, but here it's a beast. Like, it really is.
It was a lot. Like, you gotta, you really gotta take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Take it seriously, and I think, like, to be totally honest, if my parents hadn't paid for that, I think I would have been like,
Because our parents did.
Yeah.
They paid for it for us.
So if it had to, I took that into consideration several times. I was been like, yo.
And Dre actually
Forget this.
paid from our pocket, so they paid for us, and you wasted the money. Honestly, I think I would have said no if I paid my own money.
Yeah, that's my money at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt like I have to do right by the fact that they paid
At
for
least
it.
complete it.
Yeah.
Get to the end.
So how long is it again?
So,
The class?
wow. It was several weeks. We'll cover that in another video. But yes, it was a long process. Very thorough though. You know, so, but it was a long process. A lot of, man, you gotta have mental space. Like, good God. Yeah, mental space. In that case, I would say it's definitely will versus skill. You have to want to do it. You have to, be willing to do it. Willing to put in that time. Take it seriously in order to be successful and at least completing and passing, the course or whatever. But yeah, so.
What would you say, like in the class, because in my experience, I feel like I learned more from Travis than I did
Absolutely.
actually in class. So if you can find, like, of course, check out Travis. If you don't vibe with him, then there are a plethora of teachers online, but,
Right.
or get you a mentor. Like, we ended up finding a mentor later, Lonnie Daniels. But
Lonnie D.
You remember
Hey, Lonnie D, what up? Yeah.
But he was good. He was a good resource as well.
Oh,
but
yes.
just finding different resources. Of course, our parents, they do real estate, so we had those resources to fall back on. But
Right.
make sure you can find other resources too outside of the class, because there's we had upward of 200 people in the class.
Yes.
They don't have time to focus on you. Like, they don't have time. And we had study groups. Did you have a study group?
Yeah, somewhat, but.
Yeah, it's dependent upon if you have time to meet with them. Like,
I didn't have the time.
Yeah.
I only had time. Well, it's not that I didn't have the time. I only made the time to meet with her, like for our session, because it was just too much going on. I got kids.
yeah. And I take stuff from certain people that I kind of connected with in class and bring it back to our meetings.
Yeah,
this
which
is
was
good
very
information.
helpful. Yeah, which was very beneficial.
Printing it off I got to go.
Yeah, which was very helpful. So I
Yeah.
mean, just take what you can from different areas and bring it back. But yeah, so that's what really helped us to be successful in at least passing. So it's that thing crazy.
It is. It really is.
But it's worth it in the end. You feel so I don't know, it's just like feeling. You know what I'm saying? Once you're done and you get that pass, when you take another test and you hit that enter and that last.
Because it's two sets. It's passing the class. Once you pass the class.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You'll move on to the state and the national, and that's ultimately what the class is prepping you for. But I don't feel like them tests.
Yeah, the PSI type joint.
They were very different to me.
Yeah, and that goes back to knowing the concept. You gotta know that you know that you know.
Understand it, because the stuff you learn, they'll have a lot of the same type of test questions in school.
Yeah.
But once you get to that national state, it's I don't even know what this is. I don't know what this is.
This ain't changed.
But then you start looking at certain words and you're like, okay, I feel like I passed off context clues completely.
Yeah, because what they say one is the correct answer. answer, and the other 3 are distractions when you're reading the questions.
Yep.
And to read the questions twice, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to,
really take it in.
Yeah, but
No. That was overwhelming. Because I cried. I literally got in my car.
Oh, you talking about the end?
Once I passed, I ain't thank God. So
like, you ain't thanking for nothing else.
Thank you. I don't have to think about this no more. Like, this is retarded.
Yeah, it was though.
It was a lot.
It was,
yeah.
Yeah, because I was doing the pandemic, so it was like, other stressors going on as well. So yeah, it was a lot. But we made it, We made it. So ultimately, I would just say just stay focused.
Stay focused, have a support system, even if they're
Oh,
not
yeah,
going
absolutely.
through it,
Yeah.
somebody to bounce off, read cards with, like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, just having that and understanding that everything is in, like, it's levels, basically. So when you're at level 1, you in school, only focus on school.
Yeah.
When it's time to get to that test, focus on the test. Because once it's time to actually sign with a brokerage, that's a whole nother thing.
We'll talk about that.
We ain't talking about that today. But that's a whole nother part of
Absolutely.
it. So
Absolutely.
literally, like, staying in the present, focusing is key.
Yeah.
I feel,
Yeah. Discipline.
Discipline.
That's imperative to make it.
Yeah.
So you always have to think about your why. Why am I doing this? I think once you think about your why, and for me at the time, my why was, when I decided to continue, my why was because my mom and my dad paid for this. So I got it at least completed because I was like, yo, this ain't for me, shawty.
Yeah.
But just stay focused, and you make it. Don't give up, cause it's so easy. I think that's the easiest thing to do is to give up. Be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But once you just stay focused, you got it.
You got it.
You got it.
You can do it.
Absolutely.
And this is just a realistic approach. I know a lot of times people look at things like and hear that it's hard and think it's negative. Like, we're not about to sit here and be like, oh, it was easy. It wasn't easy, but
stressed me out.
it was pivotal, I feel, especially for me. Like, there's so many things that came from it for me. Like, I feel like once I got past that, there wasn't anything I could really look at anymore and be like, I can't do it.
Oh,
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying? Like,
I agree. Yeah.
I really felt like once I passed that, it opened the door to me being more positive about so many other things.
I got this.
in my
I
life.
got whatever come my way. I'm good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Even unconsciously now, things I'm just like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree. I agree.
don't veer from the hard things, like, because it'll set you up in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, that's just our take. Our point of view on taking a real estate exam and prepping for it, and the frame of mind that you should have when doing it. But yeah. So like I said, in another video, we'll talk about more in depth and study habits and the material to study to keep you focused and staying in line with what's going on in class, and to set you up for success when you take the PSI exam. So yeah, so we'll cover that in another video. But again, thank you so much for coming to our channel and watching Life with C&D. We appreciate you. We love you.
We
Peace.
love you.